Okay, so I'm starting off today from a calm standpoint, and I'm allowing a message to flow through me. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to be talking about today, but I'm going to allow whatever comes to me to come to me, and whatever needs to come out to come out. So I'm feeling called to talk about synchronicities from the divine, and the way that messages from the universe show up in our lives, because I feel like a lot of people overlook the signs that are around us, and the universe doesn't speak loudly all the time. Sometimes the universe speaks very subtly, and the most common way that people see synchronicities is through numbers. So I think people usually start off by paying attention to 222, 333, 444. All the repeating numbers 3 times. And those numbers are really important because there's times where something just seems to be like you really have to pay attention to what is around you in the present moment, and you have to be aware of the circumstances in the way that they happen, because there's times where, even in bad moments, sometimes things happen like in a way that are like way too coincidental. Like the way that they happen is weird, like it just aligns in a weird way. And I know in times in my life where things have happened in a weird way, I automatically see 111. I see angel numbers, and it's literally like I'll be in the situation and everything will be going on, and I'll be very like in the situation, like focused. And then I look up, and the second that I look up, I see angel numbers. I'm like, what the hell? Like, what the hell's going on? Like, this is happening for a reason. And there's something here that I'm not seeing, or it's just all divinely happening. And to me, I feel like moments in our lives, they happen in moments in our lives, like we're very free with what we're allowed to do in this lifetime. But when it comes to synchronistic moments like that, those moments are the ones that are orchestrated by the divine, because it's what's meant to happen, and everything around it is kind of like filler space. Like we can do it or not do it. It doesn't really affect our path. But in the big moments, there's like big moments, and those are orchestrated by the divine, that allows for what is meant to happen in the way that the universe chooses. And we don't really have control over what happens, but we have control over how we react to what happens and what energy we show up in those moments, because everything's gonna keep happening, but the way we show up can change how we experience these moments extremely. Because a bad moment can happen and you can get stuck in ego, and ego is worrying, is thinking about what if this happens, thinking about the worst outcomes. Like, what if this happens, and what if I never get out of this? And the ego speaks very, very rigidly, like very like end of the world thoughts and energy, like feeling stuck. But reality is more open than that. Reality is not one way. There's multiple outcomes, and focusing on the worst outcome can limit what is possible to be experienced, because you're limiting what reality can possibly be. And so the ego likes to be in its mind and think, what if this, that, and that? Excuse me, confirmation burp. The universe likes to say, like, what if this, that, A, B, and C happens? But seeing from a different perspective, seeing it like being open, not being stuck in your head, being worried about the way something's gonna happen, and just being there. Like, I know when you're stuck in your head and you're repeating thoughts, it's kind of hard to think about a world without that, because our thoughts process everything that we go through. But thoughts are gonna happen. Thoughts are part of this reality that we live in. But living in a way where you allow those thoughts to pass through and you don't hold or cling on to them, because our thoughts are just programs. Like, sometimes we hold on to things other people say, and that becomes a thought in our head. Or like your ego thinks that you're this person, that you're this certain person with all these certain characteristics based on what you went through. But we don't have to hold on to any of that, not even what you went through. You don't have to hold on to what you went through, because that's in the past. And you experienced those experiences when you were a past version of yourself. But you're not that person anymore. You are a new person. And so holding on to the past limits you from the person that you can become, because you're limiting yourself to the person that you were before, that experienced all of that. And that person can only grow so much, because you can only hold on to so much. You can only think so much. But real living is non-attachment to any thoughts, to any outcomes, to any previous experience. So focus on listening. You can allow thoughts to pass through you, but focus on what's out here. Focus on seeing. Focus on being present in the moment and allowing to be what it is, and stop trying to control what the situation is going to be, because you have no control over that. Like I said, you only have control over what you feel and how you react to the situation. And the best way to react or feel in a situation is to just exist. You do not have to exist or show up in a certain energy or way, whether you show up tired or happy or sad, whatever the emotion that you're feeling, whatever you're sitting in, you can experience the outside reality from a blank perspective. And that's when you can start paying attention to synchronicities more. And I brought up the angel numbers. That's one of them. Another one can be animals such as butterflies. Butterflies tend to show up in important moments as well. For me, I feel like butterflies has shown me when I feel like butterflies has shown up as a sign for somebody who's passed away, but also as a sign for me to notice the moment and like pay attention to what's going on and who I'm around. Like there is sometimes like there will be like newer people that enter my life, and I'll see like a butterfly or something that like is showing me like a sign from the universe. And there's times where there's somebody in my life that I had to let go, and a butterfly would show up in those moments when I was overthinking. And then there's another time I was meditating the night before, a day before, and the next I prayed and I asked to be given clarity. The next day, a person texted me to go out with them, and during my experience, I received clarity on what I was asking for. And I really I wanted that clarity, and the universe gave it to me. And so I don't I don't play about like praying and meditating to the universe, because I believe that if you ask for it, you will receive it. If you ask for whatever guidance that you're looking for, you will receive it. And I believe you really have to put intention into your words and what you are saying. Don't just say things to say them. Say them for a reason. Be genuine to what you need and what you're needing in that moment, because the universe only gives you what is true, what you're being genuine with yourself with. The way that money shows up in our lives can be synchronistic as well. Maybe you'll randomly get a large sum of money, or maybe you'll randomly have to pay something that like came out of nowhere. Money shows up and asks you, what energy are you sitting in financially? Like what money thoughts are you having? Like what do you believe about your financial situation? Do you think that you're struggling financially, that you don't have enough money? Because if you don't have enough money, if you think that you don't have enough money, then maybe receiving a ticket will get you mad, or it will make you feel like you're just experiencing more lack. And that shows to the universe that you are that person. You're lacking money. But show up as, like, let's say you receive the ticket and you just pay it right away. You don't think about it. You're just like, ticket shows up, I gotta pay it. So you pay it. That shows to the universe that you're stable with money, that it's okay, that you're chilling, you are abundant in your finances. So we'll give you a little bit more. We'll give you more of what you believe you already have. Because the laws of the universe require belief, and beliefs start in thoughts, and believing that you are a certain person, believing that you have certain things is what shows up in your reality. So think about what in your reality, is reflecting back to you what you believe about yourself and who you are and the life that you are in. Thank you, universe. I think there's no more messages. I hope this resonated, and I hope this helps somebody through a situation that they're going through. Have a nice day, have a beautiful night, and I'll speak to you in the next video.